Speaking of the climate, Celine, though, we should mention the Trump administration today canceled nearly $8 billion in funding for clean energy projects.
Yes, definitely. And so that's going to be hundreds of them, many of them up and down the West Coast. So together, that means Oregon and Washington combined are losing over $1 billion in federal funding.
It certainly is a gut punch.
The Trump administration has canceled billions of dollars in funding for climate-related projects.
At the end of the day, no one state can backfill suddenly a $1 billion gap.
The Office of Management and Budget Director Russell Vought posting on X Wednesday that, quote, nearly $8 billion in green new scam funding to fuel the left's climate agenda is being canceled, and then continuing to list the states impacted, including Oregon and Washington.
I think our federal government should serve all people. And I don't think there should be political motivation in pulling back resources.
According to a list the Office of Congresswoman Maxine Dexter sent to the Oregon Department of Energy projects from PGE, Warm Springs Power Enterprises, the City of Portland, and more would all be impacted.
Yeah, so what we understand is that this rescission of federal funding is going to impact 19 projects in Oregon, totaling about $450 million worth of investments.
Without these investments, it will make it that much harder for us to make sure that we have a grid that can reliably and affordably deliver energy to households, to businesses, to our manufacturing sector.
Another big project impacted, the Pacific Northwest Hydrogen Hub, a public-private partnership that relied on $1 billion from the federal government. The president of the Pacific Northwest Hydrogen Association finding out the news Wednesday.
So we are having to determine, can these projects still go forward? Do the economics work for these projects any longer? And it's unclear. The good news is there are some companies that have reached out to me this morning already and said, hey, even without these federal funds, we want to make a go of it because this market is so important.
These cuts expected to lead to higher costs for Oregonians, a loss of jobs, and more risks.
And one of these projects was to help move from wooden poles to steel beams, and that creates more resiliency in the light of wildfires. If we have energy outages because of wildfires that could have been prevented, I mean, that's real harm to Oregon communities.
Celine Stevens, KGW News.